If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
Excuse me! Taxi! Come on, what are you doing?
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
So, it's interesting, are the bullets going to hit us? And her grandmother, on my mother's side, spends a lot of time in Israel, like 4 or 5 months a year. And she's not there right now, thankfully. All right, so this is the younger one. This is little Madeline. I'm trying to explain to her what a war is. See what her thoughts are. Go ahead, please.
But right now, there is a war going on.
But you're not going to work right now.
No, I'm not going to work for now. But there's a war going on with another country.
Yeah.
Do you know what a war is?
No.
What do you think a war is?
Nothing. Just Daddy.
Aww. But what happens when people go to war? Do you know what that means?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be falling all over myself to tell her about war. At 4, right? What is war? Nothing. Oh, wow. So there is also something kind of very fitting that President Trump would be the guy to pull the trigger on this, right? To literally pull the trigger. So you've seen this interview with him, probably little clips of it. It's fascinating. With Rona Barrett. It's his first national interview. And it's a very thoughtful conversation he has. And she asks great questions. And, what's wrong with this country? Would you want to be president? Things like that. I thought that he might have spoken about Iran because we were in the middle of the hostage crisis back then, 1980. And he did. It comes up. It's interesting. I think that might be before the rescue mission, the failed rescue mission, right? Because they're not mentioning that. And we needed to go in bigger and faster and harder. We ultimately did have a rescue mission, and it blew up. It blew up. One plane hit another, and it was just an awful day for America. So I hear, is it regime change? Hey, one of the things, I can't stand that we went to war in Iraq. I knew it was unnecessary. I also can't stand that we went to war in Afghanistan as late as we did. Been through this before. We gave Osama bin Laden a 6-week head start. We should have been pounding them that very night. I also didn't understand why the hell we cared, quite frankly, what the hell happened to Afghanistan, right? We just needed to get the bad guys and then move on, not create a new whatever, because some people are just not cut out to have whatever. They're very primitive people, and they like their primitive ways. Have you ever seen I've been to Afghanistan. I mean, they have these little huts. The huts, literally, the architecture of Afghanistan, the little spot I was in, reminded me of the architecture that you see in Planet of the Apes. Those little adobe kind of mud huts or whatever they were. That's it's just unbelievably. It's like 1,000 years ago. Why the hell did we stay there and try to teach them things? I don't know, because they didn't learn. And it's back to. So this is not about regime change. However, I want to say this. Just because I didn't like the war in Iraq and just because I thought the war in Afghanistan was all screwed up doesn't mean I don't think we should possibly go to war. It's one of the reasons why I thought about running for Congress, actually, about 10 years ago, maybe longer, 20 years ago. I was so fed up with Iraq. And I thought, well, maybe I could prevent another dumb war like this, or I could support a war that we needed, and too many of our stupid, silly lawmakers, right? They're only looking at, fundraising and re-election, and now they're looking at, what are they looking at? Social media and stuff like that. What is the mob saying? If people are in the business of wanting to be liked, that's how they roll. They just want to be liked. Me, I don't care so much about that, strangely enough. And it's an advantage. Lindsey Graham has been, forget about Lindsey. But who is going to be ultimately leading Iran, it doesn't really matter to me. It's probably not going to be this guy, Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. He's the Shah's son, the Shah of Iran. And I think that they've been telling their country for a long time that the Shah of Iran was no good. And that's why I don't think they want this guy. I don't think he has any real support on the ground, but he's telling everybody on our side that he's the guy and he wants to run Iran again. All right. This guy's getting ahead of himself. I don't think he's the guy. He's not the guy. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, being the Shah's son, I don't think that works for him too much. It's really wild that Iran struck out at all these Arab countries. Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain. Now, we have military presence in those countries, but so do regular people. And regular people are dying. That was a huge mistake. People are looking at the Straits of Hormuz. Have you ever seen that on a map? It's that little, I'm looking at it right now. It's that little area. It's very, very small. It's the entryway into the Persian Gulf. And it's a bit vulnerable. It's UAE on one side and Saudi Arabia on one side and Iran on the other. It's like it's almost as small as a canal. And if you close that off, you're in trouble. So that's a hot spot. Iran may try to mess with that, but I think that they are running out of options very, very quickly. And we're bombing like crazy all over the place. We also have a huge cyber thing that's going on. Have you seen the big displays of support? Iranian people all over the world love this. Love this. So I feel good about it. And I don't think this is going to take all that long. Could be wrong. Anything can happen in war. Anything could happen. And there's stuff I don't know. There's stuff we don't know. Back here in New York City, I am incensed that once again, Mamdani, his true colors, doesn't support Jewish people. Will protect key installations in New York. Well, what does that mean? You know what happens after something like this, right? People want to kill Jewish people. They want to attack Jewish people. Israel has a huge role, our ally. They are doing this with us. Not the UK, not Germany, right? Israel. And Jewish installations like synagogues need to be protected. I saw one yesterday, no cop outside. I couldn't believe my eyes. And Jessica Tisch, wherever the hell you are, right? There's more to this than whether or not you get along with him. Are you going to put up with this? When are you going to do the right thing? Huh? And walk out. Otherwise, I mean, what's your claim to fame? How are you going to be governor or mayor someday? I did a great job under de Blasio. I did a great job under Adams. You're doing a great job now. Right there. That renders you unelectable for anything. And you don't deserve the job you're in right now. But you do deserve to walk out. You really should. Must. No police cars in front of synagogues. That is basic security 101. This man hates Jewish people. You're going to do that? Who's going to rebuke him? Anyway, give me a moment, please. God bless our troops.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best our nation has to offer, especially when it comes to health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families' health. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.